I've been in recovery for a little over 10 years, and what that means for me is that I've not picked up alcohol in those 10 years, whether that was to celebrate a big event or to commiserate something really bad happening. No matter what's ahead of me, I can get through it as long as I don't pick up a drink. It was the day I'd been evicted from my apartment. I literally was about to end up on the streets. I had, I think, a little over $100 left in cash on me. Nothing like a bank account or a credit card, because God knows I wasn't able to be trusted with those kind of things. And it was one of those do or die moments. Like, it was either you're going to address this issue, you're going to be honest with yourself, or you're going to die. And that's where I was. And I didn't have a place to live, and I showed up on my uncle's doorstep, who was in recovery. And along with my 3 trash bags worth of clothes, I still had a bottle of rum that I had hidden on the side of the house before we brought my clothes in, because again, that's my best friend, so I was traveling with them. And he didn't force me. He just said, look, you can do X, Y, and Z, and you'll get A, B, and C, or you can continue to drink yourself to death. It's your choice. I'm here for you if you need the help, but I'm not going to force you to do it. Something clicked, and I had a moment of truth, and I shared with him that there was a bottle of rum on the side of the house, and I knew what was going to happen. It was the one thing I couldn't bear to see happen. He made me go and pour that liquor out. The reality of the fact remained my life was falling apart, and I just couldn't see it because I didn't relate to what I knew to be an alcoholic. After hearing all of the stigma about alcoholics, brown paper bag bum, guy on the bus, the stinky alcoholic, just the idea of identifying as that was one of the major roadblocks in me even beginning to start talking about getting help. When you label somebody, what do you get out of that? Nothing. But when you help somebody, you can change the world. And that's just, it's as simple as that. When your story is like mine and you've reached the bottom and you know what it's like to just really have nothing, whether it's of monetary value or just the motivation to continue on, it really levels the playing field. And it allows you to see individuals as human beings, people with feelings, people with concerns, people with fears. In mutual support groups, FEAR is an acronym. It stands for Face Everything and Recover, or F Everything and Run. And in my addiction, I always ran from problems. And so stigma is another one of those problems, right? It's uncomfortable, you don't like dealing with it, but today I face it. And if me facing that fear of stigma and walking through that allows me to be that person that is the hand of recovery for the new person walking in the door, then you know what? I'll be that person and I'll face that fear. I still encounter stigma. I mean, when I go to places and I start talking about the fact that I would wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning and I would go down to the freezer and grab the rum out of the freezer and guzzle it, people give me crazy looks. But I realize now that that is my truth. And there is no changing my truth. And I guess that's another label today. Today I'm me. I don't let a substance, a foreign entity, dictate how I act, how I behave, who I encounter and engage with. I'm just me. But beyond that, recovery advocate, husband, son, I mean, we hear all of those familial labels that people use as they get into recovery, husband, son, brother. But it's true because I wasn't any of those things. I wasn't even myself. Today, waking up in the morning is the most joyful part about my recovery because it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity that I wasn't promised. It was an opportunity that I really shouldn't have. I mean, I know family members that aren't here because of their addiction. I have a ton of friends, too many friends, that we've buried because of their addiction. And the truth of the matter remains is that I'm one of the fortunate ones. And so, I mean, just the joy is waking up and being able to do this each and every day. My name is Brendan Welsh, and I'm thankful for every day that I'm in recovery, and I will not be stopped by the stigma of addiction.